Okay, here we go. Got it. All right. Hey, everybody. It is a Wednesday in Chicagoland, and we are so excited because, we have a special holiday coming up, and it's Thanksgiving. And I got to tell you guys, I love Thanksgiving because I think we need to be so thankful for everything. And I'm so thankful today because about a year ago, we actually had this guest that we have today. And honestly, it was such a breath of fresh air then. And now we are so excited to have her back again to be able to talk about things again and where she's at and what she's done. Lots of changes in a year. And so, with that, I'm going to say, Lori, I am so excited to see you today. How's it going?
I am doing fantastic. I really am. And again, like you, Debbie, Thanksgiving is a great time. We reflect about all the things that we're thankful for. And I am so honored today to have Joan Aubele on again with her new book. I have it right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Hearts Ablaze on the reflection. But I just want to tell you something. Joan, we had Joan on it, like you said, almost a year ago for the second time. So this is our third time. But Joan has written a second book that goes with her first book. I don't know if you remember, it was called The Dance. It was a story of her survival and recovering from cancer and all the miraculous things that happened to her. But then she had the idea to write a second book because she needed to write a book about, it's called Hearts Ablaze. And it's a story about all the people that she met after she wrote her first book. And it talks about all the different things and all the wonderful people she met and all the miraculous things that happen to people. And it's a type of book that you pick up and you don't have to go page by page, which is the great way to do it, but you could also just pick it up and read a paragraph, or you could even read a chapter at a time. And what's so great about it is not only did Joan write her story and wrote about how she met these different people, she puts a quote in from her about the situation, but she also puts a Bible verse in there. And, just reading it is so uplifting. But I could talk and talk and talk, but I am going to have Joan Aubele, go ahead, take it away.
Okay, thanks, guys. Thank you so much for having me back again today. Where should I start? I guess I should start where we left off when I was in Chicago. Then after 61 years, I moved to North Carolina, a small town, Oriental. It's got, I think, 980 people in the town, but it's known as the sailing capital of North Carolina. That's primarily why we moved out here. My husband, Carl, is a big sailor. There's 3 sailboats for every person out here. There are activities every day, every weekend. Basically, if you don't have something to do, it's your own fault. There's bands, there's concerts, there's festivals, or art creations, everything. It's just an amazing place to be at. So I've met a lot of, I have even further ripples now that I met out here, but I had to stop the book somewhere. So I stopped it in Illinois. I primarily wanted to write Hearts Ablaze to demonstrate how all of us are affecting other people with the ripples, either good or bad. And you might not know it, but like a lot of people that are reading about in the book really don't know what an impact they made in other people's lives. And Lori, like you said, you can go from wherever story you want, but it kind of gradually goes throughout the book as well. It shows how this one got connected to this one, and then what ended up happening. So the ripples are continually flowing. I actually, since I wrote the book, The Dance, the ripples had been stretched as far as worldwide. Egypt, Bangladesh, South Africa. I can't even think of all the communities. Those are the only ones that I know because I made Facebook connections with them. So I know that they're for sure out there. See what else I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys is if we have small children at home still, if you're younger, or if you're older like me and you have grandchildren, they really look up to you for how you're gonna act. So think about the ripples that you are creating in their lives as well. that you need to continue to tell them about God, tell them about being a good person, being fair, being honest, because they're going to grow up to be that way, and they're going to have their children do the same thing. I have to look at my notes here. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I was going to mention also I think about like every gathering you're at, if it's church, if it's store, wherever you're at, you are impacting someone else's life. It could be somebody that's having a terrible day. Maybe they found out their spouse has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's or cancer or something, and then you come in and you're just smile and you say, hi, how are you today? And have a good day. And it changes the whole outlook. It might not change the outcome of things. It's not going to take away the person's diagnosis, but it'll make them better be able to cope with it. So I think it's important that we actually choose to be giving out good ripples instead of bad ripples. So I'll take it up with you guys. See if you have any questions.
I do. I have a couple questions. So Joan, you wrote the first book, and when we interviewed you previously, I remember you saying that you had another book that you were going to be, doing and all that. So you took your stopping point from the last book and then moved it forward. So give us a little idea of what it was like for you guys to pick up and move and start a new network of people and introduce a new book, and also introduce your other book, because I saw pictures of you doing books, having your last book, The Dance, which was an amazing book out there. But tell us kind of like a little bit of like what it took, how it kind of went that way. Because like, I'm sure you had stumbling blocks and then you had epiphanies, and you know what I mean? So,
yeah, right. Ups and downs. Sure.
Yeah.
When I moved out here, it was primarily because Scott wanted to move out here. That was his dream. So, and of course, I was happy to honor the dream. It was scary. I mean, for 61 years, I lived in Illinois. So I knew all the back roads. I knew whenever people would talk about towns or stores, I knew where they were. I moved out here. I didn't even know anything. Like when they talk about the pig, what's a pig? Well, it's a grocery store. They talk about Bailey's. It's a restaurant. Like you don't know even the basics.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, but after a while, it got to be, everybody was so friendly out here. You can actually, they all welcome you. Are you new here? And they give you little tidbits on where to go and where's the best place to shop, how to get to there. And I ended up meeting so many wonderful people here that I felt like I was at home again within maybe a month or so. It was amazing. So then I ended up talking to the mayor out here. She was the first friend to greet me. She was amazing, Sally. And she introduced everybody to me whenever we would be together. Here's Tony, she wanted her bucket. She would tell them about the dance. So that's how the dance really got around here, where everybody knows about the dance. When I first moved out here, nobody really heard about it. Everybody's in their little clique areas. So then I'm with Hearts Ablaze. It's nice because people are being introduced to the dance. They know me. So now they're looking forward to getting their Hearts Ablaze. So
that's amazing. And then, okay, so you've actually wrote the book, basically most of the book being there, right? Kind of, or no?
I was taking notes and like doing a rough draft in Illinois. Then we moved up, put everything on hold. We had to unpack and do things. We're trying to spur the community. So I didn't want to be too focused on the book. And then I came back to it and I hit it hard. I got to give credit to my good friend, Edna Roberts. She was a friend of mine. So I mentioned her in the book. There's a whole chapter on her whole story, I should say. I met her when I was living in a first apartment in 1978. Wow. And she was right across from our house. Kind of went in and out and did each other's lives over the years. And we got back again. And I started to be a veteran. And she said, yes. So she spent countless hours working on the book with me. And so again, that was another ripple. because I could have gone just to a regular editor, but I may not have even known that person. Whereas if it's a friend, it's much nicer to work with someone that actually knows you. Like I would say, she goes, I hear your voice is you writing the book, because she knows me. So.
Right. Well, I read your first book. I ordered from you the second book. Lori's in the process of reading it. Lori, give us some feedback.
Like I said, it's just amazing because the stories of the people that Joan has met and the ripples of the different people she met because of it. And I just want our audience to know Debbie and I and the health and wellness of you are in the book. We're actually on page 2.
We're honored.
We are so honored that
very
Joan
honored. Yes.
She, writes about how her and I met and how we connected and how we had her on we interviewed her. And because of meeting me, I helped her get connected with Kevin Matthews, which is, he's the one that's written Broken Mary. And he talks about his story about finding his statue of the Blessed Mother. But I was actually honored. Joan asked me to do a review in the book, and it's in there. And again, I'm honored that we're even mentioned. But Joan, it's just amazing. I'm so glad that you did this book. And I think it's a great gift to give anybody for the holidays coming up, for any kind of a gift, especially since, things in this world are not going so great sometimes. And we have a lot of negative around us. And this book, when you read it, like you just even read a chapter and you just feel like you could conquer the world for the day. And I want to thank you for that, Joan. And I'm so happy about your place in Oriental, North Carolina, right? North Carolina. I always get those two mixed up. And I see all the stuff that you post on Facebook of what you and your wonderful husband, Carl, are doing. And one of the things I read in the book is, I don't remember what the priest's name was, but he had come to one of your book launches, okay, when you were doing the dance. And he talked about the love that you and your husband have for each other.
Oh, yeah.
How you are living what God wants us to live in a marriage, about the support that the both of you have given to each other. I mean, after all, you've been together, you've been married since 1978. You had all those things that happened to you in your life. You were kids when you got married. And how you and Carl, after how many years now is it, Joan?
43.
That's great.
No, actually, I think it's 44. That's right. So we missed the church celebration for every 5 years by 1 year. So next year next May, we can do for our 45th anniversary with the church.
Oh, that's nice. And, and that's what's so amazing. When the priest said that at your book launch, when he went to I think it was at the library in Samana, and he talked about that, I just thought to myself, wow, that's true. That you guys have just lived, and I know your life is not perfect, you had ups and downs, but think about it, you're married right out of high school, basically, and you went through all the stuff you did in 1990 with your health and all that, with the leukemia and everything, and your survival and everything, and how Carl stood by you and supported you. And, he worked goofy hours with his job because he worked nights, correct?
Yeah.
And now he's retired. You moved to North Carolina. You're building this new home. You're reaching out to new people. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing this book with me. I know it couldn't have came to me at a better time, because again, with my health and stuff, I've been kind of down, and listening and reading your book just really, like I said, you read just a chapter of it and you feel like you can conquer the world. And I want to thank you because God has worked so much through you and I know you're coming back to Illinois And you're
Yeah.
doing another book launch, and we'll put that information out. And you can buy Joan's book that day, and she'll actually personalize it and autograph it for you. And I am so looking forward to finally getting to see you in person. I know we knew each other years ago in high school, passing in the halls, but I am so looking forward to spending some time with you and some of your friends and family that day. Debbie, do you want to add anything else to that?
I do. I want to say a couple things. First, about the book launch, I want to say that anybody out there listening about this is a fantastic gift to give somebody, not only for Christmas, but it could be for any time. Okay. I think that people, listening and learning, and it's such a personalized thing. I have a slight question though. I just want to ask you, because I haven't started the book yet, of course, is that if you didn't read the first one, could you give it to a person, and is it necessary for them to know what your journey was?
Sure. I wrote it where you wouldn't have to. I think you can more appreciate if you read the book, but I do put a little background to let people know.
Okay.
And actually giving them putting together the bundle, which was another ripple from a girl in my church said, why did you bundle the two books together? So I'll give you our giving and for gifts. So that's what people were doing last week. I had a book signing with the Hearts of Place. Copies did not arrive yet. So they took the dance on with them, and then they're going to get a Hearts of Place this week.
Okay. Wonderful. And I want to mention to people here locally in the Illinois area, and it's Samanak, right? Is that how you say it? Samanak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Samanak
Library. So if you can send someone, if you can or cannot go, I mean, we're going to share this, and we're going to have this, and we're going to try to, really push it, because we've got time for you to keep, and Joan, feel free to also add anything that you want to. And when Lori and I see stuff, we grab it and we post it, but feel free. I'd rather have it done more times than not done at all. But sure. I'd love to promote to people that maybe team up. And if you know someone that is going and you can't go, they can pick it up for you. Because Joan mentioned, hey, you're going to save shipping and handling, because, if you get it mailed to you, but you're also not going to get it in time for Christmas or any gift giving coming up in the near future if you don't get it like ASAP now, or if you get it in person. So don't forget that. It's really huge, So
even though I really feel like a part of Oriental now, I still think of Samanak as my hometown, just because it hasn't been that long. So I spoke to Julie, the library director over there, and that's what we thought. It would be great to have the lunch over there. And I actually did 2 signings before for the dance. So now, since I'm going to be in town visiting family, we were coordinating all that together. So yeah, it's not an invitation to anybody that wants to come. It's a large party. We're going to have prizes and beverages, little stinky snacks from the friends of the library. So it's going to be just fun party. It'll be great, because every time I do come in Illinois, I can't see everybody.
Yeah.
Because we're limited on time. This week gives me an opportunity to see everybody. So I would love whoever can come, that's great.
And what was the timing on that, Joan? Is it 6 p.m., I think?
Oh, it's 6:30.
Oh, 6:30. Okay.
6:30, December 15th at the Samanak Library.
Okay. And then she said it's till whenever. So whenever.
Okay. We'll put a thing out for that. And believe it or not, my coffee spilled on my thing today. So I saw but that's okay. I have it on my calendar already. But Joan, I want to just say, you know what? You made me realize, and Debbie and I always talk about it. We have a real strong faith in God, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I mean, I could jump off the roof. But, you made me realize, and, you hear people say with all things sorry, I'm having a hard time talking. All things are possible with God.
Yeah.
And you made that happen, and you took what had happened to you in your life and you spread the word of the good news of God, that there is survival and there's a reason for things. I'm sure when you were first going through your cancer diagnosis and they wanted to, plan your funeral, have your husband plan your funeral, all that, you never would have known in the future what your life was going to be. And I mean, think about it. You know, I mean, sometimes when we're in the storm, we can't see past it.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, we can't see past it. And, you know, people are diagnosed with cancer all the time. I mean, every day, all kinds of stuff, even money tragedies and everything. And we can't see past being in that.
It's hard not to.
And you have expressed in this book and in the dance about how all things are possible. It's never just the end. And I want to thank you. And I want to thank God that you were brought into our lives to that we learned from you. And I hope that everybody really reads Joan's books, both of them, the dance, and you could get them on Amazon. And you could also, you know, she has Joan Aubele Faith Books. That's your website, correct? And she's on Facebook, and I got all the links on there. And that's all I have to say. Debbie, you have any other questions?
I have to say that when I message you, Joan, or I, you know, see stuff, I'm so proud to be your friend. You know, I feel like Lori and I've made a friend, you know, and I feel like you have no idea how much you've blessed people. There's no doubt. I mean, you've blessed Lori and I. Yeah. And I want you to know that it's Thanksgiving, and it's like, you know, the power in what we can do for others is huge. And I think we take it for granted. Okay. I think we take it for granted. And I think that you've opened up so many people's eyes, and I haven't even gotten to the second book yet. And I'm excited, okay, to get to that and read it. And I love to read, but I sometimes don't take the time to read. But when I read your first book, I read it in one sitting. Okay. And that's how I roll. Sometimes I'm like, I put it aside, and then I get it. And then it's like, I just power through it. So I just want to tell you that thank you for taking time out to be with us today. Thank you for what you've done for others. Thank God that he did this through you, all the great work he's doing. And I'm excited. I'm going to do my very best to be there that evening. I know Lori and I've talked about it. I'm going to do my very best. Maybe I can't get my husband to go. Maybe Laura, maybe we'll get the guys to go with us. Both. You know, maybe that'll work, and that'll be powerful. That'd be fun. But thank you. Have a blessed holiday, you know, of Thanksgiving holiday. And we're gonna close it out. I'm gonna have Lori close it out. But man, thank you again for being here and sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say, make sure that you give a big hug to your crazy Carl, your husband, Carl.
The turkey man.
I can't wait to meet him in person. And
so you don't have to worry about the turkey head popping in.
He's so sweet.
Cute.
But with that, everyone, have a wonderful day. Enjoy life. Realize that no matter what's going on in your life, all things are possible with God. Thanks, Joan. God bless everyone. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.